Right, so Modern Warfare 3 and Battlefield 2?
No,
3? Battlefield 3?
Yeah.
Came out fairly recently. And obviously with Christmas
In mind.
I'm sure there are millions of people that received it within the last day and have played it probably to death by now. And I quite like first-person shooters myself.
Yeah, big fan.
I've got a degree in games
Yes, you
for
have.
a start, but I don't really compulsively play them like some of these guys that if I jump online and
Usually
I
under 15s. Do you mean?
yeah, well, no, you say that.
I say usually.
Usually,
I'm not.
yeah, large
I do
percentage
now,
of
but
them,
yes,
yeah. And sometimes I'll jump on and there's some 15-year-old European boy that's been on it for the last 7 hours that I get absolutely rinsed by. I can't even move for bullets flying past my face and things.
Yeah.
But I don't have the two newest.
But I've played on them both.
You've played on them both.
I
so
own Modern Warfare 3,
of course you do.
which, yeah, I did get it on release night
Of course you did.
at about 12:10, and there was no queue, which was lovely. But anyway,
He says that. He was one of these ones that was queuing outside of Game.
no, oh my god, I would not go to Game if I could get a Game. Tesco's is the way forward.
Yeah,
no,
Tesco's.
I'm not going to
Shameless plug.
No, I wouldn't tell everyone, because everyone will go to Tesco for their things now. Everyone just thinks they sell fruit and veg.
That is all they sell. I didn't know they sold
Yeah.
anything else. Yeah. So,
But yeah, no, the game itself, very similar if you played Modern Warfare 2. Graphics wise, gameplay wise, missions and multiplayer, very similar. There's not much upgrading guns. I think the one thing they're trying to pimp out was the fact you can have two scopes. So you can flick between the scopes you wanted, which for me doesn't really affect me. I'm not that very good at long range stuff, so I prefer to, especially on the new one, run and gun.
what you mean, change out your scopes if you've got, say, an AK, you can have what?
Two scopes like holographic and ACOG on it, and you could flick between them.
What would the point in that be?
Well, holographic will be good for short range, but if you're in a build and see someone across the other map, flick the ACOG on, and that's got a better zoom on it, hasn't it?
Has it?
Yeah.
But then the AK isn't that accurate to begin with, so how does that make any bearing on
I
anything?
don't know.
If you're firing an MP5 across the map, you're not going to hit anyone regardless of
I
your
just think
scope,
it's
are you?
just one of those things that they just, obviously they are getting low on things they can do, what they can pimp the game now, so there's something inside, let's have two scopes on the gun. You can definitely do it in the missions,
Sure. Yeah. Okay.
but I don't find it that useful, because you find a scope you like for a gun, you don't go, oh, I'm torn between two.
Yeah, I mean, I quite like the ACOG, just right off the bat. I know that, speaking from Black Ops and Modern Warfare 2, that when you look for an ACOG, it does take maybe a fraction of a second longer to look down your scope than it does with a red dot, or what's the other one? Red dot, ACOG.
Holographic.
It's not holographic on Black Ops, is it?
Yeah.
Is it called
Black Ops,
holographic?
isn't it?
Oh. Okay.
A reflex as well.
Reflex, yeah, that's what I'm thinking, reflex sight. So, I don't know. I mean, that's just my personal preference. In the creator class, I'd probably stick an ACOG on it anyway, so that particular thing built into it to, re-inject the game with energy doesn't really appeal to me. I'll buy it and I'll get it because I enjoy the franchise. I like the single player maps. I like the special ops.
Yeah,
And-
Spec Ops good.
Yeah.
And they've got a new type of Spec Ops. It's almost like a horde or a zombie mode, where you have you and a partner. You can each one of the multiplayer maps is a special ops and horde or whatever zombie map. Spec Ops map as
Was
well.
it just like waves and waves of...
Yeah, waves. And it starts off basic, with 10 enemies come towards you. You kill them all. You start with a basic gun. You can pick up their guns. And after a while, it progresses. You have helicopters after you. You have juggernauts. But after a while, you can upgrade your guns. You can buy ammo. You can buy grenades. You can also buy kill streaks. Or yeah, they are buying kill streaks. You can buy predators. You can buy a squad of riot shields to protect you as well, and they'll kill the opponents. And sometimes your opponents are dogs.
you just don't need it. I don't need it. I don't like dogs.
Some of them are suicide bombers, so when you shoot them, they detonate a bomb.
Oh, controversial.
And some got chemical warfare things. So they thought quite a lot into it, but there's only so
I
much.
suppose it's got an arcade feel to it, hasn't
it's
it?
nice. Some people like working with teammates, but after a while, after you've done at least 10 ways, you're a bit bored of just killing people. Just going to keep.
Because there's no point to it apart from.
There's never an end to it. Because I can imagine you can go on forever.
I take it there are global leaderboards though.
Probably.
For someone
I
who's
think
got
I've
to
done
wait
about
1,000.
I've done about level 25, I think. And I think my mate, his missus rang him, so he's off the phone. I was like, "Where are you?" Next thing I knew, he was down. I tried to help him out, a juggernaut was there, so it ended. So I was a bit pissed off of playing it for like 45 minutes or half an hour to get to level 25. That was it.
See, that wouldn't sell it for me either. But I'm not necessarily one of these people that will buy a game for technological innovation. I'll buy it because I've always enjoyed Call of Duty, right from playing it back on the first Xbox and the PlayStation.
Yeah, for me, yeah.
Same with Medal of Honor, and right up to its newest one, I've enjoyed Medal of Honor because I do like World War II based media, whether or not that's a war movie. Like I recently watched Downfall, which you lent me, very very good. So I like games that are kind of focused on that particular topic. Modern Warfare is very very good because they can do, I think, more with it, and it's relevant. And I know playing the game is nothing like war whatsoever, but it gives you a good kind of indication. Well, this is what it could be like running around getting shot by a terrorist. Obviously, I know it's nothing like that whatsoever, but it's a bit different than running around getting shot by a Nazi, or some sort of communist Red Army or something like that. So I do enjoy the franchise and I do like playing it for that reason. But I quite liked Medal of Honor, which is now a couple of years old.
It's sort of this time, well,
Must be.
November
I have it here.
2010, wasn't it?
I have it in front of me.
2010, that would be out.
Do you think?
Yeah, that was out when Black Ops was out, similar time. Well, it came out just before to try and nick the competition away from Black Ops.
It does not say.
Give it a we'll say 2010.
Well,
we'll say.
regardless of when it came out. Well, yeah, okay, I'll accept that.
Because it came out just before Black Ops, trying like Battlefield did this time, came out a little bit before.
To try and poach the market.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think. I mean, I enjoyed the game and I still play it online. I play it online with you. I mean, we haven't played it for maybe a couple of months now, but I like the online. I like the online play. I think it handles well. It doesn't look too shabby. I mean, it's not fantastic. There are bits, excuse me, in the single player missions where I think I was walking down a corridor and the texture weren't very good on the wall, and
and you could get stuck behind a rock.
And I could get stuck behind objects, and I think there was a bush that I couldn't walk through despite it being just a texture. And you could, if you stood around the side of the bush, you couldn't actually see it because it just had there was no structure to it at all. It was just an image, like a flat image. I thought things like that let it down a little bit, but
I thought the single player campaign was very impressed actually.
I liked it absolutely. I liked the story. I like I say,
a bit of vehicle action in there as well. You keep everyone happy.
You had the ATVs, didn't you?
Yeah.
You had to. Yeah, you were at the Shy Cop Mountains or something. You had to.
Could be, I don't
Yeah,
know.
something
But
like that,
they
yeah.
were good missions though.
Yeah, the online play from Medal of Honor, I thought was quite good. It's quite difficult now actually getting online play because everybody's playing Battlefield or Modern Warfare or Black Ops or something like that. And I've been sat waiting for an online game for maybe 10 minutes or so because there's 37 people online. Or something in a couple of the game modes, the sector control or something, not the team deathmatch, the sector control, which is their equivalent of domination on Call of Duty. And there's only been 37 people online, and you think, hang on a minute, 37 people. Perhaps there's a lot more than 37 people online, but maybe that's just some sort of glitch in their servers or something. Or maybe there are only 37 people online in the world. I don't know. But once you do get into a game, the way that it plays, I think, is very, very good. Especially, I don't really like sniping and camping on Modern Warfare just because that's not what the game's about, and I get really fucking irritated when I'm running across something and someone, you don't even know where they are, you get shot and you see the kill cam and they're laying down in front of you haven't even seen them, just because they're camping there. I mean, that's the way that they play it, but that irritates me. Whereas on Medal of Honor, the sniping is very, very good, and it's kind of like, I've not played Battlefield, but you've told me that Battlefield is very team orientated, and the maps are very, very big, so you can have maybe a few people on your team sniping and the other ones moving forward.
Yeah.
And I think Medal of Honor is probably sits nicely in between Call of Duty's gameplay and Battlefield's gameplay, because in order to complete some of the missions, especially those, it's kind of like a special ops that Medal of Honor has, where you go through, you know the ones I mean, don't you?
The shorter match, they have to like either destroy 2 bombs or save 2 bombs. You only have a short amount of time to do it.
Yeah.
And to sit back and snipe is quite handy on that
because
one.
you can pick off the people as they're running to get your people. So it actually works very, very well. There's very seldomly a whole team of snipers. I mean, I don't snipe all the time because I like unlocking the classes, which I think Medal of Honor lacks a little bit, is the creative class.
Yeah, the bit.
Yeah, they don't. That's not particularly intuitive. But then I think they had a concept in mind for Medal of Honor Modern Warfare. It's actually called just Medal of Honor, isn't it? Or is it Tier 1, something, or first tier?
Well, I think it's Medal of Honor. I think there are different editions to make you spend more money in.
Oh, was there?
Yeah, maps. I think that's what the whole deal was.
But despite what they lack with their creative playing, because I've now actually got all of them. I've got all of the weapons. Yeah, because I was playing it a few months ago, maybe before Halloween at some time, and I think they were doing a free download day. You could download all the upgrades for free. I did mean to tell you if I didn't.
Oh, thanks.
My bad. Sorry. So I've now got all the weapons, which means I've got nothing to play for now in the multiplayer. But it's still good because I've unlocked a few extra weapons that may or may not be any better. It's just personal preference, but it's a little bit like how I've not played Modern Warfare 1 online, but I know Modern Warfare.
No, I've not played number 1 online.
No, but Modern Warfare 2, you start with, and Black Ops, you start with the basic classes, don't you?
Yeah, basic weapons.
Basic weapons, yeah, and that's a little bit like how Medal of Honor starts. You have 3 classes. You have the Scout class, the Assault class, and the Sniper class, and you can level each one of those up independently. And when you level each one of those up, you get a better sniper, better secondary weapon, better assault rifle, better close quarters rifle, whatever it is that you're playing at, and each one of those works completely differently depending on what mission or what map you're doing. There are some maps in multiplayer that are quite large. Sniping is very, very good. There are some that you're on top of each other, so using a sniper, however good you think, oh, that is a brilliant spot there, I'll be a sniper and I'll snipe, forget about it, because someone will flank you and they'll just stab you in the back. That's just the way it is. But what I like is they don't have a kill cam. They don't have a kill cam on Medal of Honor, so I can I can find somewhere brilliant, especially if we're doing the bomb defusing. I forget what that's called on Modern Warfare. Is it called Demolition?
Demolition.
Is it Demolition? Yeah, it could be Demolition.
I've never really played it, but yeah.
Yeah. So if you're doing the demolition missions, sniping is very, very good. Because, as we've said, you can help your team out, and then in a different mission that you're doing, you won't want to snipe because it's completely redundant, completely irrelevant. You don't need to do it. And when you are doing it, because they don't have a kill cam, you can stay in that position that you're in so long as no one sees you do it.
Yeah.
So you can actually help the team, not just help your own kill-death ratio, you can actually help your team fulfill your objectives without the worry of someone coming back and getting you. You know, and I like that about the online play. And with the online play, people aren't particularly visible, are they? Like the camouflage that you wear is quite good. And there's been often times on it where I've not actually seen the enemy for ages. And I'm getting shot. I'm like, I don't know where I'm getting shot. Well, certainly because I've seen a muzzle flash, I can actually see them stood in between a barrel against a wall shooting at me.
Yeah.
I've not been able to see that. And I think that works really, really well. So I think the online play is quite good on Medal of Honor. I just don't think they ticked all the boxes on the release. Maybe if they'd have kept it in development for a little bit longer, maybe play tested it a little bit more.
Yeah, might have rushed it out to beat that date of Black Ops coming out.
I think they probably shot themselves in the foot, but then again, I thought it was very good.
Well, I didn't mind too much. I probably bought it in the summertime, so once that had been out 6, 7, 8 months, I think I bought it in a second-hand place.
Yeah, you got it after me, didn't you?
For a tenner, and I was quite chuffed with it for a tenner, because I thought, I didn't buy it when it first came out when it was £40 and everyone was buying it, so the first few trailers I didn't think it looked great. And I was always a Call of Duty fan, and I knew a few friends who bought it, played it, Black Ops came out, and they sold it.
Just got rid of it today.
Yeah, so I bought it for a tenner.
Yeah, I think it does get a tough rap, and I mean, if you haven't played it, go onto Amazon. You can probably pick it up for
less than a tenner.
So, you know, if you're in the States, $15, maybe even less than that. Pick it up. Give it a go.
Missions are good. There's some Easy G in there, isn't there?
Easy G, if that's what you're about, Alex.
Yeah, love your game score.
Yeah, you can get your gamer score up with it.
But the multiplayer looks like it's fun, and
it's fun.
And also, if people are playing Battlefield 3 at the minute, and there's a mode, you know the mode you like in Medal of Honor, where you have to destroy 2 points and go on that one, destroy 2 more points. The big map, that's the Battlefield thing as well.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh right, yeah. That's you have to defend 2 points for as long as you can.
Yeah, and the other team has so many lives, like 150 deaths.
That's right.
Or 75 deaths.
I like that mode. I do like
that's
that.
That's a Battlefield mode as well. I saw some friends playing the other day.
So how do you think Battlefield stacks up compared to? I know they're very, very different games, Battlefield and Modern Warfare.
I can try and start with the 3. I've played on it a couple of times. I don't own it. I've been around friends who've played on it. The graphics are very, very bright, very stunning. But you've played the beta, haven't you? Did you play the beta?
No. I didn't play the beta. No, I played the demo of number 2. And I don't think I was that thrilled with it. I thought it was a bit clunky.
Well, I mean, the graphics are nice, and a lot of it's saying the maps very big. They are. It seems very bright all the time. They always seem to get the sun in the sky somewhere to make it all look very bright and very nice. But when I've played it, I've found that I've ran around for 5 minutes, not seeing any enemies, and maps are so big, and everybody else seems to be either in a tank or in a plane destroying everything. It seems to be like kids with toys. There's a tank there, so everyone has to quickly rush to get the tank. Everyone gets rushed to get the plane or the chopper, so everyone's just in their vehicles flying around, killing each other.
Do you ever create a class?
Yeah.
Do you know? I mean, I know you don't have it. But you played
well, I think there's 3 types of class, like Medal of Honor. I think
it's like Medal of Honor, is it?
Yeah, like an assault one, a medic sort of one. It's like one similar things to that, and you can pimp your guns and things. And I think you can choose where to respawn, which is quite a nice thing. You can either at the base.
So there's no tactical insertion on it then.
I don't think, but you can choose to respawn with a teammate. If you and a teammate are flanking somewhere and you die, you want to respawn next. You can do that, which is a nice thing.
But see, you're just rehashing Medal of Honor's mold because with
Medal
of Honor,
I find it similar to Medal of Honor actually when I play
with Medal of Honor. I always respawn with you if we're playing because you manage to get up on rocks. I don't even know how you get up.
Yeah, but is this nice? If
it's good, yeah, absolutely.
I'll do the same. If I die, I'll always try and respawn.
Because there's none of that. Right, I'm going to go for the flag or something. Where are you? And you have to look on Modern Warfare up in the top.
Yeah,
sometimes C4.
Yeah, sometimes
D2.
Sometimes the spawn thing that's awful.
It's terrible. Yeah.
Even the new one, you've not played the new one, but sometimes sometimes it works well for me if I like to run a gun with rapid fire, like submachine guns or pistols, and sometimes they spawn
dual wielding.
Yeah, sometimes they'll spawn like 4 or 5 and just round the corner, and if they all just spawn at the same time, I can shoot them all in one go and kill them all. I mean, now they must be fuming because if you spawn...
If you are one of these people, incidentally, that Alex has run and gunned, and you're upset with it, his gamer tag is Ashmore32.
Did I tell you that I had someone messaging me the other day calling me a knob with loads of R's? No, a wanker with loads of R's.
Really?
Yeah.
You shouldn't go dual wielding, should you? Oh, right.
It's not like I'm abusive, I don't talk to nobody on there, just playing the game.
Just playing the game.
But I do think sometimes spawns with games are bad.
Medal of Honor spawns weren't particularly good. Can you remember the amount of times we've found their nice corners?
We played that glitchy game where they were spawning under the bridge, and I was just sitting there. The whole team was spawning in a line, and I just kept throwing grenades and shooting them. There was bullet, and the game ended because we won. But
it's because we killed everybody.
Yeah, but that was nice.
That lobby got closed pretty quick because everybody left it.
I'm not
We
surprised.
rinsed them, absolutely rinsed them. I will say that the you don't get care packages on Medal of Honor, but you do earn kill streak
And you have a
rewards,
choice
don't
of
you?
two, don't you?
And
Either go left or right on your
absolutely
D-pad of what you want, which I like. That's a good idea.
Yeah. Well, if you get, I think it's 3 kills in a row for the first one.
For UAV
or it's a mortar strike. So you can choose to help your team strategically by giving them a UAV, or you can, if you know where the enemy are, choose the mortar strike and you can take out the enemy with that, and you earn different XP points with different things that you do. So you can actually influence how quickly you level up by what choices you make within the game, which I thought was quite innovative. And I mean, I don't know why people give Medal of Honor such a bad rap, and it did get a very, very bad rap when it was out, because I just think it was a poor time to release it.
Yeah, I tried to complete Black Ops, and Black Ops was a good game. I mean, I'm bored of it now, I couldn't play it, it was so boring, but at the time when it's first out, maps were good, guns were different.
And I've said before, I like Treyarch.
Yeah.
I like
zombies.
But see, I've never been a big fan of
No, but a lot of people do like
a lot of people, yeah, and that is a USP in itself, isn't it?
Yeah.
I know people that buy it just to play zombies.
They do, yeah. People are still playing now. There's probably thousands, hundreds of thousands of people probably still playing.
I bet if I switch it on right now, there'll be thousands of people online.
Yeah, playing zombies. Alone.
Boxing Day, 11:30 at night. People are sick of turkey. They're going to be online, aren't they?
Yeah.
I have started playing because I didn't play it when it was first out. The first Medal of Honor, the first Call of Duty game, which Modern Warfare. I'm talking about Modern Warfare 1.
Yeah.
Call of Duty 4. Sorry, not the first Call of Duty game.
It's starting to confuse people now.
Sorry. It's far too much port I've drank this evening. You're only drinking shandy, so designated driver.
But it is Brahma shandy, which is lovely.
Here's another shameless plug. Buy Brahma, the Brazilian beer, which is awesome. Modern Warfare 1, I like it. I think it's probably better than Black Ops.
Missions-wise, what you're talking here.
I've not played it online, but I love the way it feels, it handles. I think the
Story's
story's
great,
very, very good. Yeah, I like the voice actors are brilliant. You got, what is it, Billy Murray, is it?
Oh, I thought he used to be in the Bill and
He used to be in the Bill and EastEnders doing the voice to
Price.
McTavish.
No, it'd be Price, wouldn't he?
It'd be Price. Yeah, of course it's Captain Price. Yeah, and you've got the other guy that does the generic SAS styles.
He does Gaz, doesn't he? He's the one.
Gaz, the guy that does Gaz, who's in.
We saw the zombie thing with Danny Dyer, didn't he?
Yeah, he does who's in the Far Cry movie playing the generic British elite soldier that he always plays. Very, very good role. Voices it particularly well. I think the animation is good in it. I think the enemies are a bit samey because most of them are in masks. The ones that aren't in masks.
Yes, the one thing I'll say with the newer games, the enemy intelligence and stuff is a lot better. And just the way they move and the things they do. In the old ones, they just try and run and shoot you. The newer ones, they'll see you and they all hide behind the wall, chuck out a flashbang or grenade, then try and flank or something. Which on the early game, the intelligence, the AI, it wasn't great, was it?
No, it weren't. I mean,
Not that they're easy to kill, but I mean.
Yeah, well, I play them on hard. That doesn't necessarily mean that the AI is any better, but I have noticed that as I'm now playing through the mission, if I don't put the shit out of a grenade,
They throw it back
at me, and I've been popped off many a time by just dinging a grenade out the window thinking, right, I died here a little while ago, so I'm going to throw a grenade through that window. They still manage to know that I'm there, and they throw the grenade back, and I'm back into a corner, and I die. So I have to go through it all again. But I do like Modern Warfare 1. I think it's better than Black Ops. I still like Treyarch over Infinity Ward, but I definitely think, because I mean, World at War was a great game. Again, because I've said before that I like the narrative behind Second World War themed things.
Yeah.
And I quite like that. But I think out of all the recent Modern Warfares I've played, I think Modern Warfare 1 so far has been my favourite out of it. I haven't played it online, so I don't know what it's like, it's probably poo.
Yeah.
I don't know because I haven't played it, but missions, great. Visuals, great.
And there were different types of missions. I've never played a Call of Duty game. Can't remember where you had to save a pilot, carry him over your shoulder or your back. That was quite a different one. And there were different ones like where you have to hold your friend
Over your shoulder because he's injured.
injured, and you have to keep
drop
putting
him
them
down and he can cover you.
and you have to fight again. That's not. I thought they'd used that again because I thought those were really good.
Yeah, I've just done that particular mission. You're in Pripyat, aren't you?
Yeah. I thought they'd reused that in other missions.
Yeah, I thought
in other future games. I thought it was a good idea.
I liked, and they had this in Modern Warfare 2 as well, but I don't think they had it in Black Ops, where I was in a helicopter as a gunner. I do like being in helicopters as a gunner.
Yeah, I do think with all Call of Duty games, they try and what kill streaks in the game or in the multiplayer, you'll get to use them in the single player pretty much. I think it's their rule. I think.
Yeah, I've called in airstrikes and things in Modern Warfare 1, and I've had that the gunship that I can call in on Modern Warfare 1 in the missions.
Yeah, you have. Yeah.
Yeah.
We call it on a building.
On a building, yeah, and it can just take out the building for you. And I mean, if you're like me, I'm doing it on hard, and I could do it on veteran, but I probably wouldn't get past the first bit. I'm not that good. But when I've had that gunship, I've waited. I've called it in on a building. I've waited because I know I'm safe. I've got bullets flying around me, but they can't get me because I'm in the church spire.
Yeah.
And then wait until he's gone back to refuel, take out the building again, and as I said to you the other day, I'm pretty sure these AI just keep coming.
Yeah, I thought.
But they don't. They stop.
Do they?
Yeah, so you can just call in a couple of times. I suppose that's not the point of the game, but I like getting through it.
And you like win.
And I like winning. Always play to win. Very, very good game. What I was disappointed about, and I haven't played, is the new Brothers in Arms game. Remember we watched?
Yeah, it looks like Team Fortress then.
Well, it's made by the Borderlands guys, isn't it?
Oh, yeah,
they just rehashed the engine.
Yeah, it looked like Borderlands. And what's Brink? The sort of facial animations look a bit like that.
Not played that.
No, but it looked.
But
like it.
that disappointed me. I loved Inglourious Bastards as a movie. Loved it. Don't want to play it. Don't want to play it.
Doesn't look like a video game, does it?
No. Where the new Brothers in Arms game, that is exactly what it is, and there's 4 on your team or something. One's an Apache.
Yeah, one's massive.
One's massive, and I mean, this is just a cliche, and I'm pretty sure it's bombed.
Is it even out?
Well, I assume it's out because I watched a trailer for it months ago.
Wow.
Perhaps it's like that game that we've seen about 5 trailers for. That's
what's the I Am Alive? That one you mean? One what we saw like
with the water drops. It looked brilliant on the first trailer.
Where he chucks a bottle of water on the glass.
Yeah, it looks brilliant on the first trailer.
Post-apocalyptic thing. And then the other one that sort of completely changed into he had a kid or something.
Yeah.
Oh,
but
yeah.
I think there should be a show that we spend just on that particular game.
Yeah,
It's trailers itself, so let's not sidetrack.
No, sorry.
But Brothers in Arms, I've got Hell's Highway in front of me. Great game. I loved it. It's a bit dated now.
Yeah.
It's a bit dated. The AI isn't particularly brilliant, but it's a good story, and it's a good story because everybody's played it 100,000 times. It's D-Day. You get dropped behind enemy lines. You're at Santa Grace Marie or something like that, where you have to storm the church.
Yeah.
You know, it's in one of the Call of Duty games. It's in 3 of the Medal of Honor games, and now Brothers in Arms have done it. But theirs is a very, very narrative-driven story. You get there are quite a few cutscenes and quite a few bits of dialogue, and you get to...
Yeah, there's a story involved, isn't there?
With was it Sergeant Baker? It's Baker, isn't it? In Brothers in Arms that you follow, that they've completely dropped for the new game, which I think has put a lot of fans off. But it's a squad-based one, isn't it? So
yeah, it's one thing
you don't like.
You let me play. I played it. I completed it, and for me, I'm not the biggest fan of squads. I like killing people myself and doing things my way. When you're relying on
simple boy with simple.
Yeah, true. But when you've got a squad and you have to tell your squad what to do and do this, do that.
We don't have to.
No, you don't have to. But I'm not a great fan usually of those games. But saying that this game, if you leave your team, usually they will be okay. But you can move them up. If you have flank mode, you can move up to flank left. You can make them suppress fire, and you can go around and flank and kill them. Using that, it's not too bad. Fairly basic. They could have made it a lot worse and made it a lot more anal if you had to make them do everything for them.
See, I don't mind squad-based games personally. I didn't like Flashpoint. I thought that was poor. It was clunky. It handled terribly. It didn't look very nice. Played it for about 20 minutes, put it down, didn't like it. It's on the shelf collecting dust.
Yeah.
See ya. This was very, very good, I thought. It's not as in-depth with squad-based things as Ghost Recon, which again you didn't like.
No.
I liked Ghost Recon personally. It's not as involved as that. It is just as easy as you've said. You can just order them to suppress fire, or you can just
More like church tower
or
something.
something. Yeah. So deal with it. I thought the way that they carried it off was good. The story was good. There were a few bits in it, which were a few fast keystrokes. So someone you're in a fight, quickly press A to stop them pulling his gun out.
Yeah, that's probably quite early for that, because I'm playing Batman now, change subject, but that uses it a lot, and there were other games through Star Wars in the middle of, on a Call of Duty used it, but wasn't that was quite an old game, but they were probably one of the first, one of the new console generations to do a lot of it.
Yeah, I like that about it. I thought it was good. I mean, I haven't played it now for a month, maybe even a year, so if I put it in now, having played Medal of Honor, Call of Duty, I've played a few other games as well, first-person shooters. I'd probably tire of it pretty quickly, but I'm not going to do it because I've got quite good memories of it, so I'm not going to spoil my memories of it by playing it. I don't think I ever played it online. I don't think you can play it online.
I did. There was me and this other guy, because I just wanted to see what it was like online. There's me and one other player. I'm pretty sure I'm going to look at the back of the game to make sure. Yeah, you can. 2 to 20 players apparently. I mean, I think there's probably 2 people online. Me and this other guy. We're doing some game mode that I didn't understand. I couldn't find him. Had enough and I turned it off. So my experience of the online thing wasn't great, but probably because nobody plays that game anymore.
Because it's 2007, perhaps.
I think so. It's an old
Hell's
game.
Highway,
Yeah, I reckon 2007, 2008.
2008. So yeah, it's a few years old now, and
Nearly 4 years old.
Game development comes on leaps and bounds in such a short amount of time these days. Just look at things like the Kinect you've got out now. We've just had a look at the new Hulk Hogan wrestling game.
We do love the Hulk.
We do love the Hulk, but just because you put Hulk's face on it
doesn't mean it's going to be any good.
Doesn't mean it's going to be any good, but again, it's off on a tangent. But I mean, on the whole, the last kind of 5 years have produced varying levels of quality first-person games.
World War II ones.
Yeah, and I mean, they're not many of them break the mould. No. I don't think you can beat GoldenEye for the N64. I still think that's
for multiplayer.
I think that's still an iconic game.
Yeah.
I don't think that too many people have done things that are that innovative.
I think it's the first game I can remember was just 4 players, split screen, fighting. I know on Micro Machine the stuff did it racing, but for a fighting game.
Yeah, but on the whole, there have been, and it's such an industry. First-person shooters right now, it's huge.
It must be the biggest.
I mean,
selling game.
It's a billion pound industry yearly for these game developers, and they have teams that are like movies.
Someone at work was saying, didn't Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 reach $1 billion in sales in under a month, which is record beat like all the top movies like Avatar and things like that.
Doesn't surprise me.
That's impressive, isn't it?
It is impressive. But that's I mean, look who buys those games. I know, I'm just looking at the table in front of me now, and all of the games have got a minimum of a 15 rating. And I'm looking at Splinter Cell Conviction, very, very good game. Completely different to any of the games that we've spoken about, but I put it there just because of the way that you can play it, and I thought it was nice that you can choose to do things
stealthily
each way. If you want, you can go and run and gun, it's not a problem.
Yeah, I did.
Do it. Yeah. Or if you want, there's always an alternative way of doing it. But even that's got a 15 rating on it, and that's just pretty much James Bond, isn't it? It's just, or Mission Impossible or something like that.
Yeah.
but Brothers in Arms is a 15, Medal of Honor's an 18, Call of Duty's a 16. I'm pretty sure that Black Ops and Modern Warfare 3 are 18s, aren't they? Just because of the language and things that they use in them. So, irrespective of that, you know, parentally, it should only be 15 years and over that are playing them.
Yeah,
but it's not.
No.
You know, I think my 9-year-old cousin, he's always sending me messages on Xbox Live saying, do you want to have a go on World at War or something like that? And I mean, I don't get them till like a week later or something. And he's
It does make
9 or 10 years old or something like that, you know.
I don't know if I was that age, would I be allowed to play all those games? And my parents would have necessarily let me. I know that when I was younger, I did have Call of Duty 1 and 2 for PlayStation. It was a really good game, but they weren't online. I think number 2 could have been online, but PlayStation 2 didn't know it could go online. So I played the missions, they were good fun, and I don't think they were that graphic. And they weren't a lot of swearing, like they weren't intense like the new ones are with a lot of headshot and all the swearing, so they're probably only 12 or 15. But I don't know if I'll be comfortable with a little squabbler at the age of 10 or 11 playing 18 games full of swearing and head cutting off, is that?
Yeah, well, it comes down to the age-old argument of guns don't kill people, brands do. Whether or not it makes people prone to violence, I'm not going to get into it. But that aside, it's not just people that are 15 over that are playing it.
No, I think age is between 10 and 60 probably.
Yeah, I think that's probably a fair
maybe not 60, maybe 45, but
I know what you mean. Old.
Yeah, there are. I mean, I work with teachers who play it, and that's their way they relax in the evening. We play with one of a school teacher. It was our school teacher.
Yeah, another shameless plug. Good old Kev.
Yeah.
Always online.
Who we still play with now online.
Just as cynical and hateful as ever.
Yep.
But we love him. So, what on a scale, what would if you were going to recommend games to people they may not have played aside from Call of Duty, what games would you recommend them having a crack at? I mean, I know you've played quite a few games that we haven't necessarily mentioned, but if they had to be first-person shooters that were linear, I'm not talking about Fallout, you know my opinions on Fallout, what would they be? 1 being, I definitely recommend it, 3 being, play it if you've got nothing else to do.
Well, if you're a fan of the Call of Duty games, if you've not played them all, if I was you can pick up the old ones for cheap, go back to the back catalogues, try and play them all. I mean, all the missions are good, they usually follow on from each other, and people are still playing them all online, so you can all have good.
But they are horrendously good, so
yeah, everyone will be awesome
online. Step into them.
All those games are well worth playing. Medal of Honor game, worth playing, the missions are good, it's cheap. If you've got a couple of friends who have got it, or who will get it, you can have good online play with them. Mm-hmm. Battlefield 3, I'm not sure, I'm waiting until it comes to about under 20 quid.
Yes,
I'll probably buy it. I'll give it a proper play. It may be not my thing, because I probably am used to the Call of Duty game, which is intense. It is rapid fire.
It's not a long game, is it?
No, you're shooting all the time, it's hard with your eyes hurt. Battlefield, maybe it's more about the vehicles and stuff, maybe. Not necessarily my cup of tea, but
so you're going 1 classic Call of Duty, older Call of Duty rather.
Yeah, I'll definitely play them.
2 Medal of Honor.
Yeah, definitely.
And 3 Battlefield.
I might, possibly. But there are others which I'd play any of the Gears of War. I'd recommend them for gameplay and multiplayer. I think Gears of War franchise has progressed so much more over the years. And they're different. I have Horde mode, which is probably similar to a zombie mode. And they have different games. The characters are different. You're not able to run and gun because you're a big, hefty bloke, or you are an enemy.
Yeah. So big and hefty at the same time.
So a lot of it is teamwork, because you're ducking and cover, you're hiding under crates and stuff, and team-based game, getting the high ground, finding the good gun on the map. It's different. It's good
Gears
fun.
of War, I know we haven't mentioned it, but I mean, everyone knows of Gears of War, but I'd highly recommend
I would do.
Gears. Out of the whole trilogy, I found the second one to be the strongest, personally, because I thought the story was very, very good.
Yeah, story on the second one's probably the best.
You had a little civil war going on between the Locusts and the
Online was
Glowies.
good as well, wasn't it?
The online was very, very good. We've played it in great depth, haven't we?
Yeah.
Over here, got absolutely rinsed.
So it's good fun.
It's
isn't it?
good fun. It is good fun. Yeah. For me, if I was going to suggest 3 games to play, I'd go number 1. Get yourself Medal of Honor. It's had a bad rap. It's actually a very, very good game. Just don't think of it like Call of Duty, which I think people live in a box. A lot of people that play these types of games think, right, if it doesn't follow the convention of Call of Duty, it's not good. Well, that's absolutely wrong. That's what I think. I mean, that's my opinion.
Yeah.
So I'd go Medal of Honor for 1. I'd then go maybe a game that we haven't mentioned yet. I'd go Crisis 2. I thought it was a bit clunky to begin with. When I was playing through the missions, I thought they were a bit slow, but the online play is actually quite good. The online play. If you're not familiar with Crisis, get on Tinternet, give it a Google, watch a YouTube trailer for Crisis 2. I played number 1, Crisis 2. It looks stunning. I forget the guys that made it,
Yeah, I don't know.
but of course it's Crygen, isn't it? Crytek. Of course it is Crisis Crytek. Very, very good. The engine, absolutely stunning. I think it's the engine that Far Cry 2 used, and the new Far Cry 3, which is on the horizon, will be absolutely brilliant if they use that. But Crisis 2, science fiction, first person shooter, a little bit Halo-like, but not like Halo. You've got normal army sort of soldiers that you have to kill, and you've got aliens that you have to kill, and you're a little bit like a Predator. You've got a nano suit.
Do like Predator.
Do like Predator. You're not though.
Oh.
Don't get too excited, Al. You can make yourself go in a little bit invisible. Good game, a little bit of a different idea, so I'd have that at number 2, and then I'd go Gears of War 2 for the 3rd. If you haven't played any of those games, go out, get them, play them in that order. Medal of Honor, give it a go. Good online play, especially if a couple of your mates have got it. You have a bubble. It's different. Crisis 2, not necessarily a matey type game, but you'll have good fun online with it. And then Gears of War 2, you can pick it up and put it down. If you're going to play multiplayer, you don't necessarily need to know the narrative behind it, but the single player is strong.
Yeah.
Single player is strong.
Well, I'll recommend one more.
Oh,
It's not a multiplayer game, it's just a standalone game. Batman Arkham City.
is that the new one?
Yeah. The graphics, phenomenal. Big open world. You get to fight the Penguin, Mr. Freeze. Well, can't ask much more than that, can you? Who doesn't like fighting
Who
the Penguin?
doesn't want to fight the Penguin?
Exactly. I mean, the thing that will let you down is no online play, but sometimes you don't necessarily want to play online. You get them from work.
How would you play that online? I mean, it's not geared for that, is
No,
it, really?
but you get them from work. You want to play a couple of missions. The story and the voice acting is fantastic. They must spend hundreds of thousands on all these things because the storyline is brilliant, well written, and it gets you engrossed. You want to play more. You want to find out what's happening with the story. There's a bit of backstory in there. There's some side missions chucked in there. So if anyone's looking for a platform game, I suppose.
Yeah,
To complete, yeah.
Go for
Batman would be the one for me.
Arkham City.
Yeah.
Shameless plug. Shameless.
I would like a free cut. I've already got one, so I don't need one.
You hear that, game designers? We like free things. Boom.
And the last one for you?
No, I'm happy sticking to the 3 that we agreed on.
Ooh.
No, definitely go Medal of Honor. If you don't get the other 2, don't cry yourself to sleep, it's fine, but give Medal of Honor a play. I'm not sponsored by EA.
Sounds like you are.
Yeah, I know.
You're such a fan.
I know. No, I do like it. I just think it's got such a bad reputation for being a poor game when it really hasn't. I think there are lots of games that get released and hyped. Skyrim. that are made out to be awesomely phenomenal games.
Skyrim.
Skyrim. That maybe aren't that great, but because everyone's caught up in the hype of it, they're like, oh good god, this is the best game ever. Well, actually no, it's not, is it? Let's just have it right. If we're going to put it on a table...
I have seen that some people do skin animals and then they make their own leather.
Great, yeah.
Yeah.
I want to play a
Sounds
game...
like Farmville.
Yeah. Oh, great, yeah. I want to play a game like Farmville on my Xbox. Never. So, yeah, that's why I keep plugging Medal of Honor. But do go on to Amazon, do buy it, do play it, enjoy it, but don't come back to us if you think it was crap because you play Call of Duty.
Yeah. It's just a suggestion. It's not a way of life.